So for the first quarter of 2021, we saw a splash of smartphones from the likes of Samsung, Xiaomi and Oppo. Let's take a look at their mainstream flagships. And the first on my radar is the Xiaomi Mi 11, launched in China in December 28, 2020, which made it to be the first flagship of 2021, but the second flagship launched globally for 2021. For me, the major upgrade in the Mi 11 was the screen, which I feel had a generational upgrade over the Mi 10, which was described as
Xiaomi to me has always been a company who makes good displays, but at the same time they've never really been in the highest tier. Till now. I really can't emphasize just how premium a video watching experience this is. You pull open YouTube and you feel this instant sense of smugness as you realize that you can play videos in not just 1440p, but with HDR and, to be honest, the level of brightness that seems to outclass even the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, which is a phone that's only 5 months old and fundamentally twice the price. You get MEMC technology, which can automatically add frames into videos to make them even smoother than when they were.
it came with a 2K resolution AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate, with 480Hz touch sampling rate, 10 bits colors. Though the battery was downgraded from 4780 mAh to 4600 mAh, it enjoyed the new 5nm Snapdragon 888 chipset. We actually made it shine. Samsung replied with the Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus and S21 Ultra. The S21 Plus and the S21 were overshadowed by the S21 Ultra, which in my hands-on video I said it was a terrific device. And yes, it was. The cameras were a major upgrade over the S20, like the 2 telephoto cameras, the 3x and the 10x telephoto camera, both coming with OIS. And it had this new director's mode in the video section, which was actually amazing. The display too had an upgrade over the S20. It was the first of Samsung to do 120Hz at 2K resolution, which was interesting. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, a sub to the channel will be ultrasonic. Then came Oppo, the Oppo Find X3 and the X3 Pro, which actually survived due to the success of the Find X2 Pro, which was a terrific device as of last year. The X3 Pro came with all the bells and whistles of a 2021 flagship, a 2K AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, with 4500 mAh battery, Snapdragon 888, and it also came with 10 bits colors, which was actually interesting. Though the cameras were great, it was kind of a downgrade to me because they moved from a 5x optical zoom camera to a 2x optical zoom camera, which I didn't really like. But it came with the new microscope camera, which is just a macro camera with a longer focal length. Now, if you're well versed into this tech world, or should I say tech community, you'll know that Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus and Realme are actually kind of like the same companies. They are under these BBK electronics, and so they share so much in common, like research and development, same parts, same factories and things like that. So here came OnePlus with the OnePlus 9, 9R and the 9 Pro. There was so much focus in the camera section, and they partnered with Hassleblad, which is a historic camera company. It was the camera they took to the moon during the first moon exploration, which was actually interesting. And so there was so much hype regarding the camera section. Yes, the phone came with the bells and whistles of 2021, 2K AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh rate, 10 bits colors, Snapdragon 888, 4500 mAh. But I would say the cameras didn't really live up to its hype. Despite the whole Hassleblad collaboration, I feel they just took the Hassleblad logo, snapped on their phones, and yeah, we have the Hassleblad collaboration. The cameras were uninspiring. They weren't really an upgrade over the OnePlus 8 Pro, but it is what it is. Then came Vivo with the Vivo X60, X60 Pro and X60 Pro Plus. They further pushed the whole gimbal optical image stabilization, which aren't that far off from normal optical image stabilization. I talked about image stabilization so much on my Facebook page, Revitech, so you can check that up. I'll drop a link to that in the comment section down below. The Vivo X60 Pro Plus was uninteresting. Yes, it was. It came with a full HD instead of a 2K resolution. Yes, it had 120Hz and a Snapdragon 888, but the battery was actually small at 4200 mAh. Fast charge 65 watts, quite good. Xiaomi drove the nails to the coffin with the mega launch, which was on March 29th. It actually lasted for 2 days, so March 29th and March 30th. We saw the Mi 11 Lite 4G, Mi 11 Lite 5G, the Mi 11i, the Mi 11 Pro, the Mi 11 Ultra. Now, the Mi 11 Ultra was definitely the best of the bunch. Yes, it had that smallish screen at the back near the cameras, and the camera bump was actually very big. It took up from the successes from the Mi 11, 2K AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, 10-bit colors, 480Hz touch sampling rate, Snapdragon 888, a 5000 mAh battery, and it upped the fast charge from 50 watts to 67 watts, both wired and wireless, which made it the first smartphone with the fastest wireless charging. Isn't that interesting? So much with flagship talks. Let's talk about the cheaper models, the mid-rangers. Yeah, Xiaomi actually did it once more with the Redmi Note 10, the Note 10S, the Note 10 5G and the Note 10 Pro. The Note 10 Pro was actually the most interesting device among all of them. It was a big upgrade over the Note 9 Pro. 120Hz AMOLED display, 5000 mAh battery, 33 watts fast charging. That was interesting, basically because of the screen. The Redmi Note 10 actually came with a standard 60Hz AMOLED display, which was also amazing. Then the rivals came. Realme 8 and 8 Pro were launched. The Realme 8 Pro came with the huge 108 megapixels camera, similar to that on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, but came with a standard 60Hz AMOLED display. So that didn't really break boundaries. The Redmi Note 10 Pro was definitely better, and I would actually recommend the Redmi Note 10 Pro over the Realme 8 Pro. But here Samsung came with the Samsung Galaxy A32, A32 5G, A52, A52 5G, A72 and A72 5G. Oh boy, how many devices are those? 6! Okay, the major difference between the A52 and the A72 is the A72 comes with a proper 3x telephoto zoom with OIS, whereas the A52 just comes with a 5 megapixels depth sensor. It is what it is. But these devices are freaking expensive. They start at £400, which actually push them up from just being normal mid-rangers to the premium mid-range section and the flagship killer, which makes them very hard to recommend against the Redmi Note 10 series and the Realme 8 Pro. So that's the smartphones I was able to gather. I know there are so many other smartphones like gaming devices and so many other smartphones. Feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. It's all yours, so drop as many as you want to. So if you like this video, please click the like button and don't forget to smash the subscribe button and toggle on the bell icon to get notified when I drop my video. It's been Deco from Revitech, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.